It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning. Welcome to the Coffee House on Planet Flipside. I am Cherry Bomb Pop. Vixie is not feeling well today. She will be with us tonight for Creator Corner. She's saving up all of her energy so she can hang out with us tonight. So we are sending her all of the good juju. Oh, look! There's a mail! I gotta wait till she's ready. Okay. Good morning, lady. You have no audio. I won't know until you say something. I got nothing. She'll be back, guys. Excuse me. Or I'm still trying to get over the dreaded ooga booga. So it's going to be, yeah. But we do have a really big interview coming up tonight. I actually spent most of the night reading up on some material.
How about now?
There you are! But we have a special guest tonight, and his name is Steve Connolly, and he is he's written an online comic called Middle Ages, and the story is fucking fantastically hilarious. I read the first 25 episodes a couple days ago, and then I'm the kid that does the homework. The middle age. I'm sorry. Thank you, hubby. I'm that kid that does my homework the last minute. So I spent hours last night while I was doing my nails, going through and reading the comic, and I got to I thought there were going to be 800 episodes. I got to the last one, and I was like, "There's no more." But I need this in my life because it's hilarious, and it makes a lot more sense now that I'm playing D&D as well. What are you doing over there, lady?
I'm having issues this morning.
Ah!
My mouse wasn't working. Now it's working. We're good.
Ah!
Trying to get my computer up so I can see chat. What are you doing over there, lady?
I'm staring at your beautiful face and thinking about drinking some coffee since, I only slept for an hour and a half.
My face makes me want coffee, too. I agree with that sentiment.
Oh, no, it's because I'm that damn tired. I'm like, do I take a nap until Justin gets home today? Because he's coming home today.
I already had a coffee. Now I'm having an iced coffee protein shake.
Hey, whatever gets you through the motherfucking day. So how's your weekend been?
Good. My little kid started kicking butt instead of just practicing for it. Now she's actually doing it.
Woo!
That was a good start to my weekend.
That's okay.
How's your weekend so far?
I always tell people if you don't catch us live, there's always a replay. I did put a video out on TikTok for people in Crafty Talk to get a hold of me so we could do like a possible panel for a creator corner.
I saw that. Yeah.
And a lot of people have been like, yeah, count me in. And I'm like, DM me so I can get your info.
That's awesome.
Not a single motherfucker has DM'd me so I can get their info.
Nope. I am so shocked.
Count me in. I don't want to give you my info.
Right.
How's that going to work?
You gotta do a little more than that.
Right. But, so I've been playing with the airbrush machine again. With the new one.
How are we liking it?
Oh, that motherfucker can air up tires on a vehicle. The airbrushing with the non-dominant hand, there's a couple of little blops, and I didn't go all the way down on that thumb, and there's a couple of spots on these two. But this hand didn't come out so bad, and I'm not mad at it, except for that right
Very
there.
nice. Well, don't point it out and no one will see it.
I know. I'll just tell them it was on purpose. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Now, did I make a holy terror mess all over my makeup table and my computer? Yeah,
absolutely.
Because poor Hello Kitty is now speckled.
I mean...
And the mouse pad, too.
Just a little extra decoration.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's Hello Kitty colors. But I did find... Well, and I figured out I can use acrylic paint, like the 50-cent bottles of acrylic paint. I just need to thin it down.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I looked up a recipe to do that. So the next time I go to do these, I'll have the recipe to do it. And I got to order bottles so I can make the mix up. So
then you'll have unlimited colors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For cheap. Because those little bottles that you can order on Amazon for like 5 of them is like $13. I'm like, I can do this shit myself.
Yep.
It's definitely an adventure, though. I was covered in acrylic paint last night.
We need to get you an apron, a smock.
Oh no, we need to get me an apron. We need to get I need a clean room.
We'll just put you in a bubble. And then you'll really be covered in it, but everything else won't.
Right. And I thought it was going to be like, dummy me didn't clean off this part of my nail enough. That's why it's got that black tint to it. And I'm like, so I'll just walk around like this and nobody will know.
It's intentional. No one needs to know.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I did find on Amazon where they make these little boxes that you can use to do airbrushing, and it's basically for like food and clothing and whatnot, but I'm sure it would work for what I need, but I don't feel like ordering it right now. I do feel like Texas Roadhouse rolls right now, though.
I haven't been there in years.
I was talking to Justin. It was not last night, the night before. And I said, sir, I have a request. And he said, okay, what's that? Since you didn't request anything for your birthday. I said, Texas Roadhouse. And he said, we can do that when I get home. I don't think we're doing that tonight, though, because not if Steve's going to be here. I think we might do that tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So we're definitely doing it, though. Because I need those rolls in my life. And I've worked really hard this week.
Gotta undo it.
Yeah. It just means I gotta drink a bottle of water the next day.
I've been saving up all week.
Yeah. Like I have literally dropped 4 pounds this week. Just
time
so I
to pay that deficit.
Just so I can go to fucking Texas Roadhouse and eat some fucking rolls, man. I'll get to where I need to be eventually one day. I never said I wasn't a hot mess.
It's a carefully balanced system.
Yeah.
You're good all week to destroy it on one day, but that's okay because you worked really hard to earn that one day.
I mean, so if I go down to the lowest that I've gotten from where I started, I've gotten down almost 27 pounds. And I'm only 4 pounds away from that right now.
Nice.
So give me 2 weeks.
Well, why don't you just wait 2 weeks for the Texas Roadhouse?
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea because that'll roll around to the next payday. And that's basically, there's like...
But when you want it, you want it.
Right.
And you can be like very self-destructive. Not you in general, but you can be very self-destructive if you don't just go ahead and give yourself the thing that you're craving that badly.
Well, I've wanted it for weeks at this point. I wanted it since Cupcake and I went down to Manhattan because I saw it. Or we went down to Topeka and then we drove over to Manhattan and I saw it and I went, the rolls.
And that started it.
Yeah, it did. It's kind of like going to Red Lobster. I don't go to Red Lobster because I don't like seafood. I'm that bitch that goes to Red Lobster and gets steak and then bitches it's too salty. But the cheddar biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Life.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely life. So, and go ahead.
Ding.
Oh, okay. Dane got all excited we were doing the coffee show this morning. I told him, get your ass in here. Do you see Dane anywhere?
I do not.
I don't either.
That is so rude.
I think I need to go ground my damn bomb pops again.
I think we need to go destroy his island.
If he opens his gates.
He won't. You're like, I heard your plan. I'm not doing it. We'll just take our shovels and go dig like 1,000,000 holes and then leave.
Yeah. Dig up all your fancy
Teach you not to show up.
I got on last night for Animal Crossing. I've been leaning more towards Minecraft lately because I've been rebuilding the mine that I originally started on our server for Planet Flipside. But I popped in on Animal Crossing for the last couple of nights and I've done a little bit of time traveling and nothing exciting's happening. There's a fishing.
I haven't been on in a few days.
Well, there's supposed to be a fishing tournament today, but I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
No, I don't like fishing. I haven't been on in a few days, which is really sad because somebody gifted me, they had an extra copy of the DLC and I was like, well, I don't really want to pay for it. I don't want it bad enough to pay for it, but if somebody wants to gift it to me, sure, I'll accept it. And I haven't even used it yet.
So
I've been on.
I try to get on the DLC every couple of days. Because I'm trying to get comfortable with it. Like, in New Horizon, you pay for everything on your island. With the DLC, you go to get paid to do everything else on somebody else's island.
Right. Because it's your job.
Right. Now, is it worth the $25? No.
Or are you not getting your $25 worth?
Oh, no. I've played my $25 worth. But it's just...
Yeah. That's how I felt about it since it came out. I'm like, I'm not interested enough to pay for it.
However, if you ever need fucking vines, just let me know.
If I need what?
Vines.
Oh, vines.
Because the island that I go to work on has plenty of them. I have literally stolen every single one that they have.
I am so shocked.
And then I go back a couple of days later and they've all grown back and I steal them all again.
I take vines every time I land on an island that has vines.
Right. But this way...
Did you see my giant vine that I made? It takes like 25 vines to make that.
No, but I'm also getting other DIYs from the download content as well.
Nice.
And it gives you options for... It gives you other options that you can play on New Horizon as well, like making pillars in your house and things like that when you're decorating your house. So, I mean, there's benefits to it, but I just don't feel like it was $25 worth of my time.
Yeah.
Then I got on last night and I didn't want to play Animal Crossing and I didn't want to play Minecraft. I was like, well, we'll just play some Borderlands. What is she doing?
I can't say.
Is her dancing and shaking her butt?
No.
Well, then go get some more fucking coffee, Farrell.
Hi, Farrell.
But I got on Borderlands and I was like, shit, I haven't played this in so long I forgot what I was doing.
Ah,
I'm just going to start a new
I've
game.
never
And then I was like,
played,
yeah,
so-
no, got to do my nails. But I got everything done yesterday since we didn't do any kind of filming yesterday that I needed to get done, Wednesday and Thursday. And I found out how to use my vacuum sealer.
Ooh.
It's the cheap $20 one from Walmart. It's a pain in the ass. So you can plug it into a power strip, but it won't work on a power strip. So you absolutely have to plug it into a socket in the wall for it to work. But yeah, it works.
That sounds fun.
It's really loud. Like, you guys think I'm loud. I was like, oh, that's loud.
Ah,
Shit.
I would overdo it.
That's okay.
I would find things to vacuum seal just 'cause.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, what else can I vacuum seal?
Yeah.
Come here, kid.
Preserve him. It's fine. Just take him out.
It's fine. Where did the kid go? What kid? That was a figment of your imagination. He's not in vacuum sealed bags in my freezer.
Wait. Not plural now. Not plural. We're not talking about dismemberment.
Look, there is not a bag big enough to fit a 6-foot teenager. Goat says he's on his way.
Well, don't tell him our plan.
Oh, it's the $20 one. It's the cheap one at Walmart. And Farrell says that it'll work on a power strip, but not one that has a surge protector. But I don't fucking know if it does or not, dude. I just plugged it into the wall and then plugged the thing into the power strip, and it didn't. It made noise, but it didn't do what it was supposed to. It was so fucking frustrating trying to get that motherfucker to work. I literally got on Google and then got on YouTube to figure out how to use this motherfucker. I was like, the instructions are not clear enough, apparently. Yeah. I need dum-dum mode.
Oh my goodness.
But
yes, there is.
Definitely, is it worth the money that I paid for it? Oh, yeah. And eventually when it wears out, because according to everybody on YouTube, it'll wear out, I'll just go buy the good one when it dies.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I could do it.
This is your practice one.
Yeah, exactly. But the last time I bought a practice one was when I bought my stand mixer. Because Justin wanted to get a KitchenAid, and I had never had one. And I said, how about we get this one, which was a Farberware. And when it dies, then we'll get a KitchenAid. Mm-hmm. And he said, okay, that was 4 years ago, and this fucker hasn't died yet. I'm waiting. I'm literally waiting.
Means you need to use it more. You're not using it enough.
I use a motherfucker just as much as I use my air fryers.
That's a lot.
Sounds like Farrell's ex-wife plugged her in. She made some noise, but had no idea if she worked.
I don't think she worked, or she wouldn't be your ex-wife.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there for that one.
Me neither. Or was I?
I don't know, but I have crunchy lips and I hate it.
Crunchy?
If I don't, because it's so cold outside, there's no humidity.
Oh, fair.
She worked for everyone else. Oh, she was a community hoe? Is that what you're saying? Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Goat and Jellybean are backstage.
Woohoo!
And they're fitting to get yelled at. What are y'all doing driving?
Yeah.
I'm not driving. He's driving. The phone is up here at the radio.
Yeah, I know. I've only got like half of each of your face.
Right.
Turn the volume up. I can't hear her. Other than when she yells at me for you driving. Yeah, put it on the car radio. That'll work.
The ongoing joke is she slept with everyone else.
Farrell.
Oh, wow.
Bear with us a minute.
I don't want to. Hi, Vicky.
How are you, Vicky? Where you guys going?
What are you doing?
No, what are you doing? Where are you going?
We're at the vape shop or leaving the vape shop.
We're
What'd you
getting
get
ready
me?
to go get some dog food.
I don't want dog food. I wanted juice. Look, this is not going to last me a week.
No.
They drive in the bus to Hale.
I got the window seat.
That's like a 200 milliliter bottle. Oh,
No,
I have
that's
an
a
echo.
120.
I don't like that.
It don't last him a week either, so don't worry.
It lasts me.
Barely. Don't let him lie.
I usually buy 220 milliliter bottles a month. Hi, Myrtle. And that'll actually last me about 5 to 6 weeks. But oh, Jelly Bean,
Hi, Muriel.
we're getting a kickback.
Getting a kickback.
Yeah, we're getting an echo.
Feedback.
Shouldn't be.
Yes, because
It's not feedback, it's an echo.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's because it's in the Bluetooth in the car.
Jimmy,
just muted every now.
why are you messaging?
Jimmy, why aren't you in here?
Yeah. Jimothy.
Oh, get out of my
Yeah,
head.
Jimmy.
Take me off the damn Bluetooth. It's going to drive me nuts. I love you. Snozberries do taste like snozberries.
They do.
And there's a difference between snozberries and snotberries.
Ew, why? Not gonna do whatever it thinks I'm gonna do and say.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yes, that's
I
much
didn't
better.
say it.
Thank you.
Sherry froze.
No, you froze.
They both
Oh, I have more exciting news, and Mel already knows my exciting news, but on Tuesday I'm getting the biggest package on Wi-Fi that my company offers, so I won't have Wi-Fi issues anymore.
We're excited. We're very excited.
Oh, that's okay, Jimmy. We were just giving you shit.
Are we still echoing?
I'm licking flickers.
No,
Okay.
I took it off. I turned off the Bluetooth.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
I mean, both are bad, Farrell.
yeah. I thought it was flick and lick, but you know, that's a different story.
It says that another change. Oh,
Sorry, I got my big cup out and I filled it with coffee this morning.
cherry on top. I love that.
It's a Ray Dunn cup, and the funny thing is when it showed up, I had no idea where it came from, and a friend of mine actually collects Ray Dunn. And I was
Please
like,
explain this whole Ray Dunn thing to me,
I
because
don't
apparently it's
know.
a huge deal.
I know it's a huge deal. That's what I know. And I know all of the lettering looks like
It looks like somebody took like one of those
That.
fine point Sharpies and just
apparently it's supposed to be more of a homemade looking line of whatever the fuck it is. I don't find it aesthetically pleasing. However, the cup has cherries on it. So I like
We're
the
not
cup.
mad at it.
No. Am I going to actively go out and search for Ray Dunn? No.
Apparently, these Ray Dunn shoppers are just
they're
horrendous, from what I've heard.
insane.
Yeah,
They're insane. They will literally camp out in a store, and then if they when the stock shelves are stocked,
all the cans.
the employees are accused of hoarding it, hiding
Yeah.
it. They have to. These people literally asked to show to be seen the broken
The back room.
items.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. Like, excuse me.
I can make you a cup with cherries on it.
See, you can't English either, so you don't get to pick on me about it anymore.
And she frozen.
Of course.
Because we're driving around.
We took our coffee house to go.
I don't know. No, thank you. But yeah, no. So anyway, the cup shows up, and I'm like, who the fuck sent me a Ray Dunn cup? I like the cup, but who the fuck sent it to me? And I made a video on it on TikTok. And the girl who sent it to me, she's like, think about it, boo-boo. And I was like, oh, thank you. Justin knew about it the whole fucking time. And I should have known it was her because of the name that it was addressed to. Because it wasn't addressed to Cherry Bomb Pop. It wasn't addressed to my legal name. It was Cherry and Justin's last name. And I was like, there's only one person who knows to use that name. And it didn't even, like, my radar was blipped the fuck out.
Yeah.
And
I loved that my package came addressed to Miss Melody. I squealed. That was cute.
I wasn't going to try to explain to the post office why it was going to go to the straight Savage Mail.
I understand.
Okay, so when I sent out Doll's package, right? The lady at the post office told me how much it was going to run. And I was like, Jesus, Doll! And she's like, it's next to the amazing Doll on there. And she's like, well, do you want to take it to UPS? I said, if you look at the fucking package and you see the fucking name on it, what does it say? And she's like, the amazing Doll. I was like, now think about what I just said. She's like, oh.
Yeah, we're not in the 50s. We don't talk like that anymore.
No.
Or whenever they used it, I don't know.
She Dane Bramage.
Yep.
So I was just like this. Welcome to America.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the funny thing is the lady at my local post office, she knows my legal name. And I went up there probably about 3 years ago, maybe 4, and told her, I said, I need to add a name to the address, to the P.O. box. And she says, okay, what is it? I said, Cherry Bomb Pop. She says, do you have an ID for it? I said, no.
Nope.
I said, it's an online... it's what I use online. And there are people that want to send me things, and I don't want to give them my home address, so I want it sent to the P.O. box. And she tried to fight with me about it. And I said, no, we're not going to fight. I understand that, yes, technically I need an ID for that. However, it is an online username. And that's
why
how
do you need an
know
ID for that? You can use whatever name you want to use.
Hey, Cherry, instead of
you're paying for it with your real name.
Right. What?
Your profile.
What?
I said instead of having to have an ID, just show her your profile. With
well,
your profile
and she knows. And the funny thing is we'll get to another part of the story in a minute.
I'm sorry, Nunu.
Oh, I might have to today too, depending on when Justin gets home. So she finally was like, all right, fine. So when we moved into this house, I started, there are very few people that actually have my home address. I just instinctively write my P.O. box out when I'm shipping items out. But she called me and she says, I have an item for Cherry Bomb Pop for your house. I was like, well, send it over. She says, so you want that name added to your house too? I was like,
wow.
Now, this is a woman who likes to fight with me about every time I go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And likes to talk about shit that postal workers are not supposed to talk about, like politics.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I have a friend who was a postmaster in a small town in Colorado. And so she and I would talk, and she's like, I had asked her one day, I said, are postal workers supposed to talk about things like politics? And she said, absolutely not. I said, oh, I need to find out who this office runs under, because somebody about to get in trouble.
Yeah.
She says, now, if you bait them into talking about it, I said, I'm not baiting her into talking about anything. She's blatantly talking about this. And it was, oh, well, that's a different story. But my brain farted.
Well, at least you can't smell it.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, she can't.
There was something else it has been a constant fight with this fucking post office. Oh, and their hours are fucked off. Like, it's Monday through Friday from 7:30 until noon, and then 12:30 until 2, unless they don't have enough business during the day, like between the 7:30 and noon, they'll shut down after lunch. They're not open Saturday, Sunday, because they're a satellite office.
But you don't know if everybody's waiting to come in after your lunch.
Right.
This is why we ranted about it on Cherry Ranch.
Yeah, I remember.
Parking lots are a nightmare.
There's 4 spaces for the parking lot for the post office.
Ours has more spaces, but the way that the parking lot is shaped, it is damn near impossible to back out of a parking lot.
I've been to small towns. I've seen post offices with 2 spots.
The way ours is it's got 4 spaces, like 3 spaces, like here, and then on this other side, there's like 3 or 4, and then there's a couple next to the road, but it's sunk down, and so you've got ground that's like on a slope, like a shoulder, and when you go to back one of the parking spots, you'll either hit a curb where the sidewalk around the building is at, or you're going to hit the dirt, which is the shoulder embankment thing, or you're going to hit this massive ass pothole that's in the driveway.
So with ours, we have, it's probably like the 4th or 5th building in on the street, and right east of it is the city offices, which I don't understand why they call it a city. We're not even a fucking town. Anyway, and then they've got a drive-through that goes through both. Well, they've got the mailbox outside, but you can also pay your utility bills through through this drive-through on the city side. So there's constantly cars doing this, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, whether you're going to pay your fucking water bill or you're going to fucking drop off your mail. 8 to 12:30, and then 1:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. And ours isn't even open on Saturday. It's not open Saturday or Sunday. And they're only open until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, even though my mail doesn't show up until 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ours have wonky hours too, because there's like 2 that we can get to. The other ones are in the city limits, and their hours are like 10 until 1, I want to say, and then they're closed from, it's either, might be 10 to 12, and then they're closed for lunch from 12 to 2, and then they open back up at 2, and then they close at like 5, and then on the weekends, the car's getting mad at you. You're about to hit the curb. And Cherry's gonna get mad.
Beeping! Make the beeping stop.
On the weekends, I think they're only open from 11.
Talking about the one at Simpson?
Yeah.
9 to 10:30.
Oh yeah, 9 to 10:30 on Saturday.
That's not even. I would not even go to work for that.
No,
I wouldn't get out of bed.
So we have a post office up in Abilene, and we also have one in Salina. And when I mail out packages and it happens to be on a weekend, we end up going to Salina because I don't know what the hours are in Abilene. And we go to Salina to shop anyway. And they're open Monday through Saturday, and their hours on Saturdays actually aren't that bad because it's 9 until noon. And we're usually like the last people to walk in, and it's I giggle. Matter of fact, I can't remember if I sent Mel's package out or Justin did. I think Justin did for me because he was going to leave out late, and I couldn't get to town, and I wasn't walking up to the post office. I mean, my post office is only 3/4 of a mile up the road, but it was cold outside, and I wasn't walking in that shit.
Yeah, it was 27 degrees this morning, and I had to take Layla to volleyball practice.
Mm.
It was 27 below up on the Canadian border yesterday.
I'm glad I don't live in Canada.
Well, Primal Demon Pixie was up there, and she had made a video talking about something that I'm going to be talking about Monday on Cherry Rants. She was saying that she was up north on the Canadian border and it was like 27 below. And I was like, no, Kansas is cold as shit right now. Like, I don't know. We're probably sitting anywhere between 20 to 25 degrees right now. And it's cold and I won't go outside because there's that shit on the ground until Justin gets home. It's supposed to be in the mid 40s today. I don't know what ours is going to be. Hold on.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I just looked up the post offices around here. And there's one that's Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5. Not so unusual. And Saturday, 9 to 1. But there's one I didn't know. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That would be the one I would go to.
Yeah.
Any place ever.
Our high for today is 47. We won't reach it. Our low is
We're
17.
66 right now.
It's currently 39. I was wrong.
We're going to go visit Mel.
It's not even going to get to 35 tomorrow.
Oh, hell no. Never mind. Change mine.
However,
I'd rather be cold.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to be in the 50s.
Sorry,
Y'all,
Miss-
holy fuck. Kansas
Florida
is going to
don't
be a
fall.
mud pit.
Come on. Come on. We'll go to the beach. We'll walk around.
It's not that far.
I don't want to go to the beach unless I can get in the water.
Oh, no.
No,
It's so fun just to go and walk. Just to walk. Just walk and talk.
But I like to body
Get
surf.
me cold. And I swore I
We'll bring a wetsuit. It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. I'm going to look
People
like a
still get in the
potato, but
water.
it's fine.
I bet you there are people right now down there in the water.
I've never seen that. I've never seen the Atlantic. I've seen the Gulf and I've seen the Pacific.
Well,
but
you saw it in my pictures I shared a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
it looks much
but not in
cleaner, and
person.
from what I'm told, it's much warmer
Mm-hmm.
and probably does not smell like a giant dumpster.
No.
I posted pictures
mean, it's
the
not-
other day about on Hatteras Island.
Eh.
What?
Hatteras Island.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
you know the lighthouses in North Carolina? You ever
No.
heard of the lighthouses? Okay,
No.
North Carolina is famous for like several lighthouses on the coast because we have the graveyard of the Atlantic. Hatteras is one of the lighthouses, is one of our more famous ones. You'll see it like on our license plates at times and on our licenses. It looks like a candy cane, but it's
I
a
don't
black
know
and
if
white-
I've ever honestly seen a North Carolina or South Carolina license plate.
I've been to the St. Augustine Lighthouse, and woo, that was a workout.
I've never
I
been
can
to a
fix
lighthouse.
that, Cherry.
Myrtle's got people on Monday too. Ew.
Look, I people Monday through Friday, okay? I
Yeah,
work.
but your people are tiny people, so they're not so horrible.
Okay. But you remember what it was like when yours was one, or at least a vague idea, right? And
Yeah.
you had one, maybe two at a time. I've got 12.
Yeah, my sister worked in a daycare. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't have the fucking patience or the sanity.
They certainly test
Just
both.
wanted to tell you,
I can't deal with tiny terrorists.
I don't like other people's children because I
No,
don't. know other
Oh, no. No. I love other people's kids.
You can give them
'Cause I can
back.
send those fuckers home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like other people's kids.
I put one
No.
in mine too, Myrtle. Yeah,
But when you're
no.
with them every day, all day, you build a relationship with them, and they almost kind of feel like your own.
Right.
They love Miss Mel.
No, I was around for when both of mine
Sister. They
were
call
that
me
young.
sister.
With the pow pow.
Yeah. Saya Pow Pow. Saya Pow Pow.
Somebody got their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm. I have one on my Animal Crossing too, Muriel.
I have one on mine.
I've got other stuff to get. So
Yeah, no. Other
Sure.
people's kids love me too until they find out that I'm actually a mean motherfucker. Then they're
They
like,
just
oh,
think you're kidding at first, and then it takes them a while to figure it out.
right. Like
We're
I have
gonna
this
get
thing
off
called
here.
Cherry
We
Boot
got
Camp.
to go shopping some more.
Okay, fine. Lay by.
And Terry has froze.
of
No,
course.
you froze. I'm fine.
Yeah, you
Yes.
froze.
That's why I take screenshots. Every time I see one of her crazy faces, I take screenshots. And I post them to Discord.
She does.
I got that one, Cherry.
Kelly, bye!
Kelly, bye. Gonna
See
have
y'all
a
later.
little one in my house later this year. So I only do semen demons for so long though. Like I can only handle them for so long.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, please go back to your parents.
Where do you belong? Who do you belong to?
Right.
Let's
Why
get to
are
there.
you still here? Are you going to start paying bills?
They pay with their cuteness, Cherry.
They are tiny little terrorists. I don't care how cute they are.
But they give the best hugs.
That is true. They do
And
strangle
high
my
fives.
neck.
And fist bumps.
Yeah.
Mine give fist bumps. Anytime I ask for a high five, well, they'll do the high five, but then they'll go, waiting for their fist bump.
Now, if they're super tiny, like not quite brand new, but new enough to still have new car smell.
Yep.
Oh, I'll cuddle with them and love on them and just until they poop. And then I'm like, you belong to your parents.
Yep. I'm giving you back now.
Yeah, I don't want to change that. I did enough of that already.
Aw, Muriel's going to have a new grandbaby.
Oh, that just means you get to be like me. You get to spoil it and you get to sugar it up. And then you get to hand it back to its parents and say, there you go.
Still going to be in the house.
That's okay. Mom, which I'm assuming is because Myrtle said it's her daughter that's pregnant. She can just say, here, take your baby.
Yep. Your turn.
You made it. It's yours.
Yeah, my dad's thing when I had my daughter was once she starts talking, then I'll help out. I didn't want anything that wasn't talking.
And I'm the opposite. It's when they learn the word no, I'm done. Because that means they can argue with me and I'm done. The minute
they don't
can
quite
argue.
logic like we do.
No, but I'm
No, that's why you can't argue with them. They don't logic like we do. So our logical argument
doesn't
means
mean
nothing.
No. And
all I know is
babbling
what
at them
they're
is the way
feeling.
they babble. You does nothing.
Yes, it does. It's hilarious.
Mine used to look at me like I was insane. But then again, well, they probably knew.
Because I've got some that, they're trying to talk. They really are. But it just comes out. And I'll do it back at them. And then they'll do it even more vehemently. Like they really mean it. And then I just start laughing. It's hilarious. They're like, I'm trying to tell you something and you're not getting it. Although usually I'm pretty good at interpreting.
No.
I have the baby telepathy.
Are you hungry? Nah. Are you poopy? Nah. Are you grouchy? Nah. The fuck do you want, coffee? Yes.
More.
Food.
They learn the signs, yeah.
Don't teach them thank you the wrong way or they'll tell everybody to fuck off.
But that's even better.
Why did that kid just tell me to fuck off? He said thank you. No, that is not what that sign was.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
That could go wrong too. They're not very coordinated.
Oh, my other granddaughter got all A's so far in school this year. That's awesome.
Yay.
I don't know if mine's even going to make it to a senior year at this point.
You better come up with a plan.
Well, it's
You're
not
not going to make it. You better figure it out.
Uh-huh.
No, not you. He better come up with a plan.
You sure are giving that one a lot of credit.
Nope. I'm not. He better come up with a plan.
Ma'am, we are 16 and know it all at this point.
Yeah, he knows everything, so he can come up with a plan.
Yeah, I've asked him, do you want...
And then he'll realize just how little he
bills?
knows.
Would you like to clean the entire house by yourself? Would you like to do everything that I do? No. Also, I decided that boys don't get common sense until they turn about 30.
If then.
Yeah. I don't know if this one's ever going to get it.
Yeah. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
The funny thing is like my maternal instincts are there. They're just shit. when it comes from me, or when I'm like with what I'm or I shouldn't say dealing with my current, not even situation. It's not really a situation.
No.
I chose to do this.
Well, situation doesn't have a negative connotation.
Well, no, you're right. Words.
Your current reality.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. That's why Vixie keeps me around.
Because you know all the big words.
That's not even a big word.
Look, my biggest word is facetious, okay?
I like that one. It's a good one.
I do too. It's a good one. Completely forgot where I derailed again.
We were talking about your current reality and your maternal instincts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I'm raising it, or I'm a part of it, the raising.
Okay, first of all, that's a bad start right there.
Did you not get to the point where I called tiny humans semen demons? When I am helping raise a human, the maternal instincts are there, but just my give a fuck because they talk back. Doesn't work right. It's like, no, no, you talk back. Go away. Other people's children, I'm like, hey, you don't want to listen to me. That's fine. Go talk to your parents. But I also
see, you came from the generation that was raised by people who very much believed in children should be seen and not heard, and
very much so.
Very much believed that children should just repeat back whatever they were told, and didn't realize that kids actually have a brain and feelings, and they don't know how to process those.
Okay, I will admit he has feelings, but a brain is a whole other story.
But that's where, oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't even want to get into that.
But when it comes to other people's kids, I typically have a rule. Like if I go to somebody's house and my kid fucks up, the people who own the house are absolutely welcome to, because he has disrespected their home, not my home.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Say what you're going to say to my kid because he fucked up. And when
whenever Penguin Devil's kids would come over to my apartment, you better believe they knew. Mm-hmm. They knew. I wasn't gonna wait for mom to get them. I wasn't gonna wait for dad to get them. I was gonna get them.
Right. And it's the same way at my house. And the funny thing is there are people that they will tell their kids, I'm gonna call Cherry, and their kids just straighten right the fuck up. And I've never met these people in real life.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
it's like that threat. It's like the boogeyman, you don't have to know it's real. You just know it's something. They talk about it like it's a bad thing. So that makes it scary.
And the funny thing about it is it's when I catch kids disrespecting their parents and I'm around, I'm like, we don't do that to our parents. I don't scream. I don't yell. We don't disrespect our parents.
That's not how we talk.
No, not at all. And for me, I don't believe that children shouldn't be. I don't believe it should be children are seen or not and not heard, because I lived through that myself, and it wasn't a very good way to live. I believe that they should be heard. I believe that they should be seen, and their opinions should be taken into account. But adult matters are adult matters,
right?
And there are certain things. That's why I'm so avid about keeping mine off the internet as much as I can, because there are things out there that he's not ready for yet.
I really need to clean my glasses. Ugh.
Me too. It's fine. I got fingerprints all over mine. I'm pretty sure I've got fucking acrylic paint all over mine. I just can't see the dots. It's hard because I remember being that age, but I also understand that common sense is a big thing. And communication is a huge thing with me. We've discussed how I feel about communication.
Right.
And I've got the one that likes to ask for things last minute when he knows I want at least 24 hours advance. He's the one who will be late and not text me and tell me why. And I do the freak out. I'm like, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you home? And it's not because I'm trying to be mean to him. It's because I want to know that he's safe.
Right.
But, we're 16 and we know what.
Look, I am 38.
Okay, Myrtle.
I am living, my mother and I are roommates.
Mm-hmm.
She will let me know if she's going to be home late so that I don't worry, so that I know who's coming in the house. I don't think someone's breaking in. And I will do the same for her. Like, you know, I'm on my way, so we don't freak out and think someone's breaking in the house or that one of us got in an accident or something. It's just communication.
Right. And I believe that communication is key, because without it, it's just confusing everything.
Right.
And before anybody gives Mel shit,
have a good day, Muriel.
Understand that multi-generational homes are perfectly acceptable now, especially with the fucking pandemic. And
listen,
regardless,
the apartment that I moved out of when I moved back, in here, because we didn't used to live here. But anyway, when the apartment that I moved out of when I moved in here has gone up, because one of my friends was looking at the apartments, whatever. Anyway, but the rent has gone up 50%. The same apartment. I had a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it was like $800 or $900, and now it's like $1,300 a month. That's how this economy is right now.
You can't serve.
That's
you
insane.
wouldn't be able to do that off of one job. And why are you going to have 2 jobs just to go sleep in an apartment that you're not ever going to be in, or a house or whatever?
That's why I'm here. I mean, we split everything. It's right down the middle.
Right,
It's 50-50.
right.
So it's not like I'm not paying freeloading.
Regardless, if you were or not, my point is multi-generational homes at this point are very acceptable, whereas a decade ago, not so much.
Becoming a lot more prevalent because of that reason. Because right now it's a seller's market, and it's hard to find a place that isn't an arm and a leg.
Don't buy a home on a seller's market. Buy it on a buyer's market.
No. And even rent has gone up everywhere because people are selling and then renting until it's time to buy again. So rent has gone up insanely everywhere.
Mine hasn't, but that's because my landlords are extremely enthusiastic that we pay our rent on time.
Right. They love you.
They love me. I could murder somebody in this house and they'd be like, oh, it's fine. Paid your rent. You're good.
Right. You cleaned it up. We're good.
Yeah. So now the house that we lived in before, the rent would go up every year.
Which is normal.
I didn't know that was normal.
Yeah. You would think, most companies, like, you've been a long loyal customer, we're gonna like give you a little discount, or at least not bump it up. But no,
not when you're renting. No.
Every apartment I've had, when the came time to renew the lease, always went up a little bit, even if it was just $50.
Ours was, I think at the other house, it was $25 a year. And Justin had made a comment the other day about how he thinks he's too old to buy a house. He's not even 40 yet.
You're not too old to buy a house.
I told him, I said, if you do a 20 or a 30-year loan, you're not. It'll be fine. The only thing that we're worried about is having to pay for things like plumbing and
exactly. That's why my mom never understood why I didn't want to buy a house, because I don't want to, not that I don't want responsibility in general, but I don't want to be responsible for those things. Like, I know I'm going to have a hard enough time paying my bills, let alone to have money to fix, AC. That's a huge thing here in Florida. Plumbing and like that kind of thing. And the roof, you have to replace your roof
and house insurance. Especially in Kansas with tornadoes. Are you kidding me?
That's why I've always rented, and my mom's like, I don't understand. You're just throwing your money away. I'm like,
not really.
No.
I'm saving somebody money else by not having to pay.
Is having to do all that. Yeah. Exactly. Like, somebody else is responsible for that. Right. Somebody else will make sure that the money is there for that to get done. If I had a house and it was on me, I'd be without AC for a year.
I'd be without AC. I wouldn't have a new water heater. My plumbing would still be fucked from the polar vortex last year. So yeah, I would
have to go without all those things. Exactly.
And the thing is, and granted, I have a very good situation because my landlords do absolutely adore me.
Right.
And it doesn't help that their family owns half the fucking town, but I have the security of not having to worry, and they know that they have reliable people living in their home. So it's
which is huge.
Yes, it's a good trust. And I would like to continue that trust as long as I possibly can. Like, every year when the lease comes up, they're like, are we renewing? Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
We are not going anywhere. Okay, thank goodness.
It's hard to find a good relationship like that, landlord-tenant
really
relationship like that.
I had one landlord when I first moved to Kansas that was an absolute fucking scumbucket.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lots of those.
And I didn't like, okay, so he didn't light the pilot for the water heater for my specific apartment for the first 2 weeks I lived there.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Cold showers suck.
Yeah.
Especially in winter.
Oh.
Yeah. It's bad. And the apartment was adorable. It really was. But I think I was the first person to actually try to take care of it.
Yeah.
So,
and I see where a lot of landlords get frustrated with that because people don't own these places, so they may not take care of it very well, and they leave it in terrible condition.
I left
Not
my
everyone's
apartment
like
in
that.
better fucking condition than when I got into it. When we
Right.
moved into our first house, when we left that house, I left it in pristine fucking condition. And if we ever so happen to have to leave this house, you better fucking bet this shit's gonna sparkle when I leave.
Right.
Because
Especially
I want
with
my
how
motherfucking
good they've been
deposit
to you.
back.
Well, that too, but especially with this, the good relationship that you have with
Right.
the landlord.
Right. Like, her aunt lives 2 houses down from me and owns 6 houses on my block alone.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, her family owns the town.
Yeah.
And we've got friends that are
Do they
like,
have any single men? No, I'm just kidding.
well, here's the thing about Kansas men, Mel. They are all very tall.
I'm okay with that.
And I hope you like playing in mud because that's what they do.
Yeah, it's good for your skin.
We are all a bunch of rednecks around here. Matter of
Good
fact,
for
the
your
first
skin.
2 dates that Justin and I went on, we went 4-wheeling.
Nice.
Yeah. It was
That's
great.
fun.
It is. It really is. I hadn't been on a 4-wheeler. He taught me. I mean, I had ridden on one, but like I had never driven one, and he taught me how to do it. And oh yeah, I got a good story about that.
No.
We
I
were
saw
out
my
on this-
ex yesterday.
Oh.
But I don't think he saw me, so we're good.
Oh, okay. But we were out on Justin's mom's property, and this is when we had the big 4-wheeler, and it was a standard, so it was manual transmission. And I was like, all right, so how do I do this? And he's like, it's like a Harley. It's 1 up and 4 down, or 1 down and 4 up, whatever it was. And I was like, oh, cool. And I wouldn't go past 20 miles an hour. He's like, you can put it into 3rd gear. As he's sitting behind me while I'm driving this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, all right. So I pulled the clutch. I revved it up. I let go of the clutch, and the 4-wheeler went. I didn't dump him. But I've never seen that grown man squeal like a high-pitched woman like that before. And I stood up and leaned forward, and he was like, oh, you did the right thing. It saved our asses.
Yeah.
And I've never dumped a 4-wheeler, and I hope I never do, because I've seen what happens.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget, tonight we do have Steve Connolly on, and he does have a comic strip called The Middle Age. I believe that's what hubby said.
Yes.
I read through it last night, and oh my God, it was fucking hilarious. You need to check it out. I'm sure we'll have the link in there in the description for tonight's show, which will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. And then we'll be back tomorrow for the coffee show in the morning. And you guys know our schedule. Why the fuck am I repeating it?
Right. If you don't, there's always the Discord. Why aren't you
And
there?
there's always the replays.
That too.
Yeah. And if you don't like the videos, Mel will come get you. And I won't stop her.
She'll encourage me.
I will. Now I'll feed her just a little bit and make her like a little pit bull. Go get her! But anyway, Mel, you got anything for these wonderful people before we go?
Yeah. Remember
What's
that
that?
people make time for what is important to them.
Ruby?
Ruby. And get better, Vixie and Doll.
Yeah, Chrissy, we are just about to jump off.
Good timing, Chrissy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Doll and Vixie get all the good juju because they don't feel very good right now. So
They got the yuckies.
Yeah, and it's not good. They'll be okay though.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Mel, we'll see you later.
Okay, love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye. All right, kids. Come back at 8 p.m. tonight. Come watch us like freak out and fangirl over Steve Connolly. It'll be a good time. It'll be a fun time. We will see you tonight. As always, trolls do taste like chicken. Love your fellow human, even if they're stupid. Okay, love you. Bye.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It's by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.